All right, welcome to the MMA Fight Game Podcast, Meet the Athlete series. We are here with a rising monster contender that burst onto the scene at Full Contact Promotions, Rage in the Cage 22, with a highlight reel knockout. We are here with Ty Babyface Coles. Ty, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Thank you, man. I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So let's get right into the performance at Rage in the Cage 22 a couple weeks ago. You fight with Ha Rain Kwan. If I butchered that name, I mean
Nah, that's all right. That's right.
no disrespect. Um, how did you end up hooking up with those guys to get ready for this fight?
Yeah, I was originally training out of Livonia, Liverpool, boxing academy.
Okay.
And I had an MMA fight at first, and I switched over to kickboxing. And this was my original gym from about 2 years ago when I first started training, and I stopped. So I just went back to it. And I'm also training out of Team Lift Fitness for boxing in Rochester, New York.
Okay. Now, are you looking to get back into MMA? Because what a lot of people are doing that are just starting out with mixed martial arts. You know, I know that you're 20 years old. What their coaches are all making them do, it's kind of like a common theme, is that they want to get proficient in like one area, like kickboxing, not jump right into MMA like you did that first fight. Is that what you kind of retooling it a little bit, getting proficient in kickboxing?
Yeah, after losing my first fight, it made me realize I need to work on my jiu-jitsu a lot more. So it just made me jump into kickboxing and to build my skills gradually, have one main focus, and then the others that come along. Feel me?
And what's your background? Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at Geneva, New York, GHS, Geneva High School.
Did you wrestle?
Yeah, I did.
And how'd you do in wrestling?
I was a great wrestler.
Yeah. Did you place?
I am. What was that?
Did you place in states or anything like that?
Nah. I didn't get to wrestle my senior year, sadly. But yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of good wrestling programs. I think this area is really not looked upon for wrestling, but you know, out of Buffalo and Rochester, I mean, you have Rashad Evans, you have At the Hammer Hamill, jonjones came from this area. You have a good grappler in Jonathan Piersma. You have a kid from Webster, New York, who I don't know where he is right now, but that burst on scene, Gregor Gillespie, who was a massive rising contender. You have Yanni, who just won.
Yeah, for sure.
I've known Yanni since he was like 7 years old. You have Ryan Burgos. You have Casper Stewart out of Batavia, New York. So there's some studs. But
no, for sure.
But the fact that you wrestled in high school, you have that ability. That's like, I think that's the most important base, and then build off of that. So you already have, that experience there.
Exactly.
Do you still train wrestling, or do you primarily focus on strengthening and jiu-jitsu and things?
Well, I try to train wrestling whenever I can, just to build that stamina up, because wrestling's the best sport to gain stamina, for sure. But nah, I'm not training right now. But whenever I can, I'll fit it in there. But I'm not consistently training wrestling right now. I am not. My main focus is kickboxing and boxing right now.
Yeah, I actually there's actually a lot of good that's another thing. There's not a lot of good boxing coaches out here. I mean, back in the day, I trained with Kenny Abril. He was he helped Miguel Cotto get ready for either Mayweather or Canelo. I forget which fight. Robert Push-Up Frazier. And then there's some other gyms out there that are just as, I think. Who's your head coach? Did we talk back by the fighter entrance that night? Was I talking about he's a big dude, right?
Yeah, Derek Grimm.
Yeah, is he one of your coaches as well?
Yeah, that's my head boxing coach.
Yeah, he's legit. He's legit. Yeah. He's legit himself. I think I've talked to him in the past, but he's a monster too.
Yeah, so that's actually my uncle.
Huh?
That's my uncle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So how long you been boxing? Have you been boxing your whole life?
Nah, I haven't. I haven't. Can't say I have. I just started really training boxing, but fighting, it's been a part of me my whole life for sure.
Yeah, so we got to blame him for you not boxing since you were a kid, then, right?
Yeah,
We'll have to blow him up on social media and get on him about that.
for sure.
So, talk to me about the fight. This was your first kickboxing fight a couple weeks ago with Rage in the Cage 22. Walk me through that whole performance right up until the moment where you got the finish.
All right, let's see. Going into the fight, I knew that I had the height advantage, so my arms would obviously be longer, and I have the reach over him. So I knew I had to keep my space from him. You feel me? Just go in and out, in and out, in and out, keep flowing the whole fight. And I feel like I executed that very well. But yeah, going in, I was opening up the fight with a front teep that pushed him back very hard. And I was just letting my hands fly. I was just really just moving, just working, finding my spaces, finding my openings,
And
angles.
then talk to me about that fight finish where it was probably, well, it was the highlight reel knockout of the whole event card. Talk to me about that.
Um, so it's weird because like I realized that throughout the whole fight, he kept ducking his head just forward. He would just keep going down for no reason. I wasn't even throwing down. But like I wasn't like really focused on that. But my body knew for somehow that he would keep doing that. So after I threw that overhand, I just knew timed that perfectly through that front teep with that front snap kick.
And he went down like a lead of
Yeah.
balloons. And
He went out.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that don't have those highlight reels, and at such a young age. You have one of those like what Nat Kaba did the week prior.
Exactly.
Um,
That's a god. That's a goat. Got to shout out to my guy.
yeah, I'll have to send this video clip to you shouting Nat out. I know Nat real well.
I train with I train with him too. I go spar with him a lot actually. I spar with him a lot.
Yeah, so
Synthesis.
back in the end of February, were you up there when myself, Danny, Bubba, my girlfriend, we were all up there? It was right before the jonjones fight. Were you there sparring that
Yeah,
day?
yeah, I probably was. I probably was.
So I'm doing a lot of Nat's strength and conditioning now for his fights. I did the fight in Buffalo, and then we're starting to work together a little bit more. What do you do for your strength and conditioning?
That goes straight to my uncle Derek at Team Lift Fitness. He gets me right with everything. All boxing and strength and conditioning gets me right.
Perfect.
And I try to make sure cardio is the number one. Like I run every day, damn near. Every day, just consistently running.
Yeah. So after this fight, what's next for Ty Coles?
Next fight, I'm looking for another highlight. I'm looking for another knockout. You feel me? I feel like this fighter Brad wasn't up to the skill level with me. So I feel like I need somebody more advanced to really showcase my skills on. And then once I do that, I want that belt. Coming for that belt.
And you want to take another fight, so potentially get on one of those 2 August cards that we're going to be Full Contact Promotions is going to be putting
for
out.
Sure.
And you're going to do that under the K1 banner.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
And then when do you anticipate seeing yourself get back into mixed martial arts and doing the whole thing?
Honestly, I don't know right now. I'm really liking kickboxing. Honestly, I'm loving it.
Yeah, because you don't have to really worry about the ground game too much.
Exactly.
Really develop. Do you foresee yourself going pro?
Oh, for sure.
Pro in kickboxing or pro in mixed martial arts?
Honestly, I see myself probably going both.
Okay.
Switching from kickboxing to MMA pro.
Any desire to take a boxing fight, since I know you boxing blood?
Yeah, actually, we got something in the bag at Team Lift Fitness right now. I can't say too much on that, but just know we coming big, coming hard.
you gotta break something for me, bro.
Um,
Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself.
yeah, we can't. We got some
Don't get,
emotions. Just know
you
that we got
can
some.
you can text me offline. But
Oh, for sure.
is there a boxing card getting set up? Something?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, text me after.
for sure.
I don't want to blow up any spots, but you know, I need to break some news. And
Yeah,
since I already broke the news to you about the 2 August cards.
yeah. It's
We're
only fair.
looking
It's only right.
exactly. But yeah, we don't get yourself in trouble. So are you a big fan of mixed martial arts?
Yeah, most definitely.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Right now, my favorite fighter is gotta be Sean O'Malley, but all time, that's going to Israel Adesanya.
Okay. And then who would you want in a street fight with you?
Mm, Sean O'Malley, just because of his style and how fun it would be. He got that dog in him. They both got that dog in him. Don't get me right, but Sean, he's just more like a street brawler. Adesanya's technical.
Now, are you because UFC 292 was just announced in Boston for August 19th? You actually
Mm-hmm.
might be fighting. If you're not fighting, would you take the drive out to Boston and go to that card? He's fighting Aljo for the title.
I know. I might. I would. I definitely would.
Yeah.
I definitely would.
Have you ever been to a UFC event before?
No, that's I not too long ago I was just telling myself like I don't want to go watch a UFC fight until I'm in the ring at a UFC event. So
Okay.
yeah, just keep a strong mentality.
Yeah, I like that. You see a lot of these guys with stories that say, "Hey, I was in the nosebleed sections, and I said to
Yeah,
myself, one day I'll be there." Who's the best grappler in mixed martial arts?
Khabib,
Okay, and
Khabib for sure.
if there was one person that you could have dinner with in mixed martial arts, who would it be?
Um, uh, damn, that's a good question. Probably
There's no wrong answer.
Islam.
Is
Nah,
Chef?
what's his name? DK.
Who is it?
DK. I forgot his name.
DK.
Nah, yeah, DK, the one that John Jones be destroying him.
DC Cormier.
Daniel Cormier, yeah, Daniel Cormier.
Oh, okay, yeah, DC.
DC, I bet.
The champ.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the main event for this weekend's UFC between Mackenzie Dern and Angela Hill?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Who do you have? Okay, so UFC 290 is July 8th from Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The main event between Alexander Volkanovski and Yair Rodriguez. Who do you have winning?
I gotta give it to Volkanovski.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, he's different. He's different.
He's
different.
He's I would probably say he's my second favorite guy, like besides John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones. Oh, he's there.
Yeah,
he's different.
He's top of the food chain. He's always been that way. I remember he was your age. Now I'm aging myself. John Jones was your age when I heard about him.
Mm-hmm.
And just look at how he exploded. So, but I definitely look forward to hearing what's going on with the boxing. Also looking forward to seeing you in the Rage in the Cage. I expect to be interviewing you post fight, so I'm putting the pressure.
Yeah, you already know it.
I'm putting the pressure on you because I already had mentioned that to Bubba. I go, hey, the guys that perform really well need to be on these cards consistently. Keep feeding them, letting them eat, and he's on Bubba's on board with that stuff. But before we go, is there anything, anybody that you want to thank, or anybody that you want to kind of shout out for helping you get to where you are today?
Definitely want to shout out my city, shout out Geneva, New York. Everybody out here that got them on my back, keep pushing me strong. I want to shout out my gyms, Huawei and Kwang, Team Lift Fitness. Definitely want to shout out Synthesis also, and all the boys out there that keep me going, keep me motivated.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with training with, the guys that you have now. Also,
Never.
dropping in with those guys at Synthesis. I've known those guys at Synthesis probably for 15 to 16 years now.
Yeah,
They were
great
starting
guy.
out. Yeah, Casey, you can't go wrong with Casey.
Nah, not at all.
Casey or Jason Goldwasser or any of those guys. If people want to reach out to you, Instagram's the best way to reach out to you, right?
Yeah, you could, Instagram for sure.
Which your Instagram is the official B4NDZ. They can just hit you up, or just search Ty Coles, and you got some pretty dope pictures from your last fight. Inside leg kicks, head kicks, just crushing it.
Yes, sir.
The future is bright for you, my friend. I look forward to seeing.
Thank you, man.
I look forward to seeing what you do next. And then I'm going to put this on a pause, and then we'll talk. All right.
All right, man.